Chapter 2. Marta. Marta wasn't crying because the little boy looked sad. He was happy, actually. Large eyes, the whites of them so white she couldn't help but notice them as she looked into the window of the music shop. She thought she saw grey flecks in the blues of his eyes, wondering if she was imagining the detail. After all, how could she be so sure, looking at him through a veil of tears and a shop window that reflected her pale face straight back at her? The boy turned his head towards her, and Marta's breath caught in her throat. She hadn't meant to stare. The man at the counter rang up the sale and handed the hard case of a violin to the boy. Both he and his mother smiled and nodded as the man jumped from his stool and hurried to open the door for them. The boy clutched the violin case to his chest, chirping to his mother. Marta acknowledged that, like her, they were Polish. She heard the mother say, "Chodź mi," to her son, "Let's go." Unlike his mother, the boy sounded very English, like any boy who'd grown up in London, she supposed. As Marta watched them walk away, she felt a hand touch her arm. Turning, she saw the man from the shop beside her. "Are you okay?" he asked. That's how Marta met Elliot, the first person who'd shown her any kindness all day. Though this wasn't the first time she'd seen him. This rangy black man, skin the colour of a sweet chestnut, often sat at the window behind the counter. Sometimes he fixed the shelves. Sometimes he read a book. Sometimes he played one of the many guitars on display in the shop. He only smiled when he had a customer. Otherwise, he looked sad. "Would you like to come in?" he asked her. His voice was soft like honey spread over warm bread. It gave her a feeling of nostalgia. She welcomed images of a place she once loved, though in reality it was a place she would never go back to. She stepped into Val's music shop for the first time, but Marta knew, as she wiped the dampness of her tears away, that it wouldn't be the last. "Come round the back," Elliot said, leading the way. "I'm making tea, or coffee, if you'd prefer." "Is it all right? I wouldn't mind, actually." She followed him through a dark, small corridor that led directly into a brightly lit storage room where the smell of polished wood, leather cases, and something sweet greeted her. Not for one moment did Marta hesitate, walking into a back room with the man she'd never met, not officially anyway. Something about Elliot made her feel safe, secure. She hadn't felt like that in a very long time.